some things I wish I knew before becoming a single mom. First things first, your worth is not determined by the fact that you're a single mom. Okay? I allowed myself in the very beginning of this journey of mine to tell myself, and I look back and I want to punch myself in the throat, because I told myself that my worth suddenly decreased because I was a baby mama, because I was a single mom. It made me feel like I didn't deserve love anymore. It made me feel like no one would ever love me. It made me feel like people would only see me as a mom, and that I would never have somebody that could see me as someone that deserved love. And that is ridiculous.
Women really need to understand, right? Value when it comes to dating is different than value as a human being, as a person, right? Those are really two different things, right? Value as in dating is what the other party decides, okay? And this is the thing where women seem to not grasp. No one's saying they're a terrible person. No one's saying that whatever, okay? Is that you are not as valuable in the eyes of certain demographics, certain people. Usually, you're not as valuable to the men that you want. That is usually the case. This is the thing where, yes, being a single baby mom is like, it lowers your value 100%, right? It doesn't, look at this, right? It doesn't increase your value to other men. Why would you having someone else's child increase your value in the other man's eyes, in another man's eyes? That's not the father of that child. That's not his child, right? And then you're a mom, so you have less time for another man. Not as much time. You won't have as much attention to another man. You won't. The other man won't be a priority. It's like there's so many things that will make you less valuable in other men's eyes. I'm not saying all men, okay? But this is that women have to understand. No one's saying that you're not valuable. No. It's that you are less valuable in the dating market. This is the thing, right? Just like, okay, if a man is fat, if a man is poor, if a man is ugly, whatever, well, men have to accept that they're less valuable to certain women. This is the thing where women seem to not grasp value when it comes to dating. Okay? And this is the thing where women like this have to understand, deserve love is different than will you get love. Women, I've said this plenty of times, women will always find men that will want to be with them, want to have sex with them, want to even be in a relationship with them. But is it that man that you want? Okay? Is it the men that you want that want to be in long-term relationship with you? That's the key. That's the thing, because dating is easy for women, especially if you don't care if you don't care about the man. You can always find men that will want to be with you. The problem is, will you find the men that you want to be with you for long-term commitment? That's the thing that women seem to not grasp, right? They see dating is easy, so they don't worry about it. They don't put a whole lot of thought when it comes to dating, and that's the problem with a lot of women. They're effortless. They don't put effort in. They don't even put a whole lot of thought into it, right? Or really deep understanding, where this woman should understand that, okay, yes, I'm a baby mom. I have less value to certain men, maybe to the men that I would be attracted to, maybe to the men that I want, like maybe, let's say, high net worth men, right? This is the thing where, maybe I'm not as attractive to high net worth men for a long-term commitment because I have another man's child that I didn't even require marriage from. So I'll be also maybe less valuable to men that want marriage, because now men see that, okay, you didn't even want marriage from the man that you gave a child to. So now you want marriage from me. And this is the thing where women this is a problem where women just don't try or care to understand men's thought patterns.
I didn't know tired until I became a single mom. Now, I was kind of operating as a single mom prior to actually separating from my son's father, because I was the primary parent and he was less than helpful. Taking care of a newborn is already super exhausting in itself, but there are no breaks. when you become a single parent, there are no breaks, especially if you are the one with custody of your child. I don't get time to just relax, and I'm more exhausted than I've ever been, for better or for worse. The thing I wish I would have told myself, or that I would have known, is that you have to be the good parent and the bad parent. Sometimes I get really hard on myself because I think about the fact that I know that my son sees me as the mean parent, right? Like, he goes to his dad's for 48 hours twice a month and he gets to have fun. He doesn't have a bedtime. There's no order in that home, okay? And here it's like, I'm like, nope, you got to sleep in your own bed. You know, you are going to school. We are working on attitude. We are going to speech therapy. We are going to your genetic appointments. We are going to occupational therapy. We are doing everything you have to do. The thing I hope for is that eventually he will notice that I did this for a reason. Because right now he gets so mad at me, and yeah, I just feel guilty, all the things.
Also, is like, it's funny that at the beginning she said something she wished she knew or learned, is that the first thing you should have said is that I wish I required marriage, right? I wish I saw this man as the husband for the rest of my life. That's when I would give a child to, right? That makes more sense. Because this, look at the other, like this half of the video where she's talking about being a single mom, the dynamic of co-parenting. This is the thing that women don't understand, that women do not put enough responsibility, enough weight on being a mom, okay, on having a family, okay, on who you choose to have children with. You don't understand that dynamic, and it's fine, people make mistakes, but when she's reflecting on it, it shows that she didn't do correct reflection, right? Because I explained the first half of the video, but the second half just shows that you really did not. You just really, it's like you need therapy because your skills of self-reflection has been lost on you. Parenthood is hard. So for anyone who is fine with going it alone is ridiculous. Fine with choosing someone that, you know what, you weren't so sure that this is the man that you will be with for the rest of your life is just ridiculous to me, right? Because it's like, and again, people make excuses, but I fall for it too, where a lot of people, we just ignore red flags. So at the end of the day, it's just that we gotta have better self-reflection, saying that, you know what, I'm at fault. I ignored these red flags and I made these mistakes, where I don't want to make these mistakes again. That's true self-reflection, where you see your faults, you see what you did wrong, right? And then you do your best to not make them again. And personally, that's what I'm doing, right? Where I've seen what I've done wrong in my own situations, and I don't want to repeat those mistakes. A woman like this is like, she's so outside of her accountability, right? Thinking about, how her ex is doing, and how it's going back the wrong way, right? Things like this just shows you that she's not healed. She hasn't learned from her situations.
Babe. Yo, tell me what this is. Yo, someone just sent me this. Yo, tell me what this is about. What's that look for? You're not gonna tell me what this is about?
Who?
Bro, no, we gonna talk about this, bro.
Talk about what? Talk about what? It's a fucking party. It's a party.
No, another nigga behind you? You gonna turn around and smile?
So what?
So what?
So what?
Nah.
I'm going to go in the party and dance.
This is what happens when you go out with the girls?
It's a fucking party.
It's a party?
So what?
Nah, this ain't partying. This something else. What is that?
It's a fucking party. That's how we just dance in the Caribbean one. You all of a sudden you're stupid. That is what we just do. We just dance.
The absolute disrespect and the audacity. I know plenty of Caribbean women that wouldn't just grind on other men when they're in a relationship, even at a party. So to blame your culture is ridiculous. It's just that you don't have any respect for your man. You could care less what he feels, right? Because maybe you feel like, okay, whatever, on to the next man. So you absolutely have no care, no respect for this man. It's the amount of audacity is like insane. Because you gotta think, right? Things like this, if it was reverse, that so a man could just blame his actions, right? His disrespectful actions because it's a party. Like he could be dancing on girls, holding them up, being all touchy-feely with them if it's a party. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, if she was feeling him, right, she would not be fine with that. She would not be fine with that excuse. Absolutely insane. It's just disgusting. But maybe I'm wrong, right? How about do other Caribbean women think that's fine? That you can dance up on strangers as long as it's a party when you're in a relationship? Because the ones that I know would not do this, especially when they're in a relationship.
Most women that say they want a good man, if you bring her one right now, she probably gonna fuck it up. Them saying that they're single by choice is because they've been unsuccessful in finding one.
Relationship only works when the boy likes the girl more. This is another classic dating misconception that is not consistent with the realities of female nature, female behavior, and dating dynamics. Women are attracted to this notion because it promotes the idea that they're the prize. Romance novels and movies have reinforced this idea in their heads, and they somehow believe that a man being head over heels in love with them ensures that he won't cheat. But the reality is there is no quicker way for a woman to get bored, lose interest, or fall out of love with a man than the asymmetrical commitment being in her favor. Men who are more into women than women are into them appear needy, clingy, and like they don't have options and no experience with women. And these are things that subconsciously turn women off. Women are also more neurotic, easily irritated, annoyed, and more likely to get bored quicker in comparison to men. Women also have more turn-offs, are more sensitive to those turn-offs, and are more likely to lose interest or leave once they're turned off. And it's for these reasons that the woman has to love the man more. Men have less margin for error than women do in relationships. Women have to value, honor, respect, and love the man more for it to work.
I can never understand, like, you could see that in reality that, let's use statistics with, like, divorce, where women initiate divorce 80% of the time. Do you believe out of those 80% of the time, the men loved her less or she loved him less? Right? You could pretty much use that as an idea with regular relationship. Most women will say the times that they left, and most women will say that they're usually the ones who leave relationships. They rarely, not often, women are getting broken up with, right? Women are the ones who are left. So what does that say to you? That they're the ones who are leaving, so in turn, most likely the man loves her more than she loved him. Why would she leave if she loved him more? So that's why some people, if it's a man, is deluded. You're deluded in thinking that, that's the notion where a man should love a woman more. Because women, they hate clinginess, right? They hate it, and they hate being. Like, women hate being needed so much. I believe a lot of women, they just hate being. They want to be the ones to love bomb the man, to really gush over the man, to be to ones who's initiating the love. I believe a lot of times women they're not the most craziest one being overly loved. That's what I believe, right? Because it might be suffocating for most women. Because most women are used to it. Really, most women are used to being overloved by men. So it's reality that's not, it's not true, right? It's a reality. That's why I think it's delusion if anyone believes that for a relationship to work, the man has to love the woman more.